turns out I've forgotten the actual mic for my camera that goes in my helmet. So we're going to try and run it with the mic I usually use for fishing just on my neck, and hopefully there won't be too much wind noise or anything and it'll be alright. Now the place I originally wanted to go, they were doing a bit of work on the road with trimming and stuff, so I couldn't do that. So I've decided to just pop into this field since there's no harvest or anything getting done and it's all already done, to have a see. And I'm just going to spin a couple laps and then we're going to chill. Although I think I could do with getting a bit of air pressure out my tyres. Because they're feeling pretty solid. I genuinely think I'm running about 30 psi, which is quite ridiculous to be honest. And we're not too keen on that. And I'll tell you what, I never ride in knee braces, but because of where I was going I thought, why don't I? And it feels like I can't even lift my fucking legs, it's mental. But I never ride off-road. Or well, I never used to ride off-road. A little bit on forestry trails, that was my whole experience with it. So wow, she fairly goes. And that is like quarter throttle as well. So it's very, very strange to get used to having a bike properly off the road. But I tell you, it feels fucking cool. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not really sure if I should be allowed here, but oh, gone in first there, that was a mistake. But we're gonna run a couple laps anyway. See how she feels. Like I said, I definitely need to take some pressure out my tyres. But other than that, I'll be honest, it feels quite good. Jeez, like I said, it literally feels like I can't lift my fucking knees, it's mental. First gear is way too short on this thing. That's what I'm discovering. But I think I'll maybe want to get some different knee braces, because these are going all the way down my shins. And it's just feels wrong. But maybe that's, you know, maybe that's just how they're going to feel. And I just have to get used to riding in them. But I don't know. Like I said, it just feels pretty horrible. Now there is a way I can get into the woods. I might go check that out, but I don't know. The last time I seen it was before they planted this field. As I came out here and walked through these woods. So it'll be interesting to see. And obviously, I think it goes without saying I'm being as respectful as I can to the field, and I'm sticking to the tram lines as best I can, other than down there where I lost the tram lines just I didn't actually know where I was going. And I'm trying to not rip about too much, but I'm looking here where I gave it a little bit of welly, and there doesn't seem to be any torn up fields, so that's quite nice. But then maybe that's because I got fucking 30 psi in the tyres. definitely first gear is unusable. She got a wee bit sideways on us, boys. That felt sick. Woo! She's squirrely. I was in fourth then. Oh no, my gear indicator just doesn't work. Maybe it does. And first and second are dead short, but second seems to be what I would think first would be. Let's try and stick to these tram lines. Oh god. Oh, that was fine. That looked a lot worse in my head than it actually was. Oh, that's first. That was a misshift. Tell you, 50 and 60 feel a lot faster in a field than they do on the road. On the road they feel like you're not even moving. In a field they feel mental, but I tell you, as shit as I thought the suspension was going to be for being a £2.5 bike, it feels pretty good. Now I obviously have nothing to refer it to. Apparently I'm in fourth gear. I am absolutely not, I'll tell you that for free. But yeah, of course I have nothing to compare it to, but she's very smooth, even with my fucking rock solid tyres. Apparently this is third, so I don't know if my gear indicator is just a bit I'm not going to say that word, a bit shite. But I have seen issues with it before where I know I'll be in third or something. Oh Jesus, and it says second. Now we're going to run one more wee lap here, because like I said, it's not the spot I wanted to go to. And obviously if the mic quality ends up just being absolutely shocking, then I probably can't really use this video unless we do some sort of voiceover, which I've never done before. But I guess it wouldn't be unheard of for people. And I also think she's idling a bit high. If I sit on the clutch. Oh, she's dying now. Honestly, this car has been a fucking nightmare. I can't tell you how many times I've had it in trying to tune it, get it mint, and then by the time I come home or start up the next day, it doesn't run with the shit even when it's warmed up a bit. But I'm definitely getting a feel for it now. How to ride this thing. Slope over lines here. And honestly, that's quarter throttle, but I don't think opening it up anymore is actually going to make much of a difference. I reckon that's where she runs about as well as she will. Wee bit of leg out, because I'm a motocross guy now. Oh, I was in fucking third. Yeah, there you go, that was the clutch in. See how she brought the revs up? That was clutch in with the throttle out. The bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to you. Cross back over to this side. So obviously we're all hyped up on Romaniacs, which is what makes me want to come out and rip the bike so much. And being someone that doesn't ride off-road, actually coming out and doing it, even though everything feels a bit stiff, tyres wise, maybe suspension too, although she does feel good, but again, I've got nothing to reference it to, so it's tough for me to say. Let's got this one. Yeah, it's tough for me to say, you know, how it's supposed to feel. She feels soft and responsive, maybe. I don't fucking know. I'm just saying stuff now. But it just makes me think, like, these guys are fucking crazy. Like, I already knew these guys are mental, yeah. But when you come out and ride a wee bit in a field, it puts it into perspective. Now, if I'd managed to go to the place that I'd wanted to go to, we would have had some hill climbs to do. Tiny, tiny wee ones. But still hill climbs nonetheless. So I would have had even more of an idea, jeez, for what these guys do. Just gonna cross over here. Oh, looks like my girlfriend and the wee man have come out to see what I'm doing. Am I gonna make this? Yeah, we made it. I'm surprised they've travelled here. But we'll do one more lap and talk about Romanians for a bit. Why not? So yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely mental. Like, shame that Billy Bolt wasn't here this year. Understandable with the old paw. He couldn't really be. So definitely better for him to heal up and come back, but Manny is just fucking unbeatable, let's be honest. Manny is our Graham Jarvis, but starting a lot younger. You know, when Graham was at his absolute unbeatable best, he was a bit older than Manny. I don't want to say a considerable amount older, because that sounds fucking horrible, but he was, to be fair. Theodore, he done well. He obviously had some issue. I haven't watched anything other than the Live Maniacs. I watched a bit of Mario Roman, that was wild. About his videos and understand about them. Fair play to him. I mean, first year on the Adventure Ultimate. Fair enough, it was a 450, so realistically it's just a heavier bike than pretty much what he's used to. Now obviously it's a 4-stroke rather than a 2, so that comes into it as well, but when you've got the skill like Mario, I don't think that makes much of a difference. However, guys like Adam Riemann, who always wanted to do Romaniacs but never did, nice to see him come out, and someone like BMW pick him to ride their GS, their 900 GS, see what it's capable of. But I watched his video, and I tell you, the BMW guys, I mean, they sort of almost took away some of his thunder with what they said in the video. You know, they said they were looking for someone that's going to help sell the bikes, basically. You know, someone that's got a big online following. Which seems a bit unfair to Adam Bremen, because he's good at riding, you know. He had a bit of a nightmare with the oil during prologue. Someone burst in their sump. I don't actually know who that was. If you know who it was, let me know, because I'd like to know. You know, and he got a bit stuck there. Not his own fault, obviously, but still, not the greatest. I think I've missed the tram line here again. I have. He's on beside the door, this will do. Definitely gets squirrely. Feels very good though. But I'm gonna go home, pop this thing in the shed and finish this video in the shed, I reckon. Oh, Jesus. Now, another thing I want to say about Romaniacs is I wish we'd had more Spencer Wilton. Wilton? Wilton, aye. Let's go with Wilton. I'm pretty sure it's Wilton. Your man obviously being from the Seaboys. Well, not from the Seaboys, but friends with the Seaboys, and therefore in a lot of their videos. Who is an incredible enduro rider. You know, that's pretty sweet that CF Moto took him out there to ride the Adventure Ultimate, but it would have been nice to see him on an enduro bike and see where he goes. He did get 10th maybe? 9th? 11th? Something around there. Nah, he was definitely top 10. So that is quite an achievement. Now I obviously didn't follow previous ones like I followed this one, so I don't even know if that was his first Romaniacs or what. But if it was, go on the boy, as they say. Now it was a mission getting home, and I'm sweating buckets from trying to get this thing up there. She weighs 130 kilo, which in American is a fuck ton. And I'm just going to pull my battery off because nobody likes a dead battery. But it would have been nice to get some proper enduro in, but I'm not mad because even getting this thing off the road for a bit was quite nice. Quite nice to see how it went, how well she went, and to know that I definitely have too much pressure on my tyres, but my suspension feels good. Now, again, like I said 3 times, although whether or not you were actually able to hear me, I do not know. But I hope you were, because if not, Jesus, this video is going to be either a lot of typing, which might be the one, or a voiceover. Which, I mean, I can probably do. I've never done one. But I'm sure we can make it work. But I'd prefer to not do a voiceover. I'd prefer to run it with the audio. If I have done a voiceover and I haven't explained why the audio was a bit shit, because I forgot the wee lapel mic here. And I forgot it back here, so I didn't want to come back and get it. So I had to run this mic here rather than the mic in my helmet, which I would have preferred to do, but maybe there's a chance that the audio will be fine. So that's what we're hoping for. Now, if you have watched this video as you are a fan of the fishing and made it this far, you're a fucking hero. There will be fishing again once it starts to cool down. But even today it was 20 degrees, so obviously until it does start cooling down, we're just going to try to avoid it. For anyone else wondering, I also drain my carb before I leave my bike to sit. Just in case, you never know what can happen until the next time you get to take it out. Now, an update on that wee bike I was fixing. I finally got the clutch to start biting. So I'll give that, I ran out of time on the day, but I'll give that a little rundown. A wee, what's the word? Adjustment, fucking hell. We'll get that adjusted and we'll get that bike ripping too, hopefully. And I'm going to try and bring one of my friends out to that spot where we're going to go do today and get him on a bike. He wants to buy a Sur-Ron. I'm telling him, no mate, Sur-Rons, as cool as they are, fine, fair enough, if that's what you like. You need a petrol bike before you get one because you just will not get to experience how sick it is flipping gears, having the petrol bike. 2-stroke, 4-stroke, I don't give a fuck. As long as it's got a petrol engine, happy days. But I think that's about going to do it for this video. So let me know what you think. Give me some tips, because I obviously have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. She got a bit square there a couple of times, which felt good, but I'm sure, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to tell on the camera. But she rides all right. I mean, you know, my tyres are reasonably gummy, even though they're fucking 30 odd PSI. So maybe next time I'll just pull a bit of air out them. But once we start doing a bit more of the enduro-y type stuff, I'll fire some mooses in her. But she went well. As you can tell, I'm full chicken strip. Look at this. We're fully chicken stripped up on the edges of these tyres because I do not trust myself just quite yet. There are a couple spots out where I used to live as well that I'd love to take this thing, even one of the trails that's like a bit foresty track. I would love to take this thing there. That'd be sick. Do a couple of laps there. That'd be great crack. And I might be able to take the guy with the other bike there. But I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think. Do all the normal stuff. Again, any fishermen that have made it this far in this video, fair fucking play. I would like to try and take this thing fly fishing too. I think that'd be a sweet video. And maybe a bit of camping with fly fishing on the bikes. That sounds fucking prime. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.